Okay. Data centers, AI data centers, might as well double up. They're the two different stories, damn near three different stories, but the same story. And it's like, it's legitimately weird, but I gotta realize it's weird because I'm not a born rich and then opportunistically and sociopathically got richer, like wacky arrogant bastard. So of course it's weird to me. To them it's just like, no, I rule over you, I get to do this.
It's just good business.
Yeah, and not only that, like the sadism, like they enjoy the harm.
Oh, absolutely.
The harm's fun, right? Like you using up all the water, making you sick, the loud noise that keeps residents awake all damn night. That shit's fantastic. To do that to you is great.
Right, because now basically you get to be like a war criminal without being a war criminal.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's like some Guantanamo Bay shit.
Yeah.
Like I just get to torture you nonstop 24/7.
Yeah. Like,
I didn't even have to go to a war to do it.
isn't it ill that like so many white males around my age and a little older, they didn't grow up to be G.I. Joe, they're Cobra Commander. They're all Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
I don't like that, man. I don't like that.
That's pretty hip. What do you have from New Jersey?
So New Jersey, so apparently, I guess there's this place I need to keep an eye on, Monroe Township.
Which I think that's Pennsylvania, and New Jersey is Gloucester County.
It says Monroe Township in Gloucester County.
So they have, gotta stop. Also, we're doing this again. White people can't be naming everything. They've got like 6 names, all right? Is there a Lakewood in your state?
Yes.
Yeah? That means there's too fucking many. Like,
again, the Simpsons in Springfield.
Yeah, different names is ridiculous.
Yeah, and so according to this article that's on Yahoo News, another New Jersey town is being sued by a developer after banning artificial intelligence data centers following months of heated public meetings and backlash from residents. Monroe Township in Gloucester County is facing a $300 million lawsuit from Hexa Builders, a Princeton, I think that's also New Jersey, based development company, accusing local officials of changing zoning rules to block a proposed data center.
See, and like I would act in bad faith with them the same way they do with you.
Yeah.
Right? Get in court and they'll be like, you did this for the data center. No, this was actually for a butterfly sanctuary. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we should be doing that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Disrespect the fuck out of them intellectually. They're doing it to you now.
Right. The lawsuit was filed last month and then moved to federal court in Camden in July. Attorneys for Hexa did not respond to requests for comment. Of course they didn't, because we should be able to sue you to put up a data center that you said you explicitly didn't want is not a great look. But Monroe Township officials also did not immediately respond. The controversy began in the rural South Jersey town. It's so funny to say rural South Jersey town.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine anything in New Jersey legitimately being rural.
It's it's super duper stupid small.
Right. And also it's so packed into the East Coast, like.
Yeah, like it really should just be another borough of New York.
Honestly. So it began at a board meeting in January when local officials granted Hexa preliminary site plan approval to build 2 warehouses totaling 1.6 million square feet on vacant farmland across Black Horse Pike, that's a name, in Williamston. The property is part of a 159-acre redevelopment area that has been targeted for more than a decade. After the meeting, neighbors called the proposal a bait and switch, warning that the warehouses were going to be converted into AI data centers. Right? So the developer came in and said, oh, you have all this land that's not being used, sell it to us so we can build warehouses that will suspiciously house as AI data centers after we build the warehouses.
I hear, like, fucking everybody do this shit then. All right, let's say they successfully sue and they get to build it. Everybody local get together and get hired to be the builders and fuck it up.
They won't be. No, they'll bring in their own outside people. Like, I already guarantee it.
Oh, outsiders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You see, y'all the East Coast, right?
I would just point out outsider also ends with a hard R.
Yeah, bring in old practices, you know. They had an accident.
Cultural traditions.
Or one of my favorite film lines of all time. The brother ran himself over with his own car.
Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit of that. Who knows what happened?
So as opposition grew and residents continued protesting at public meetings, local officials changed course, which also is like, this is actually low-key, high-key, a story about democracy, right? Where they said, oh, we're going to do this, and the residents said, actually, no, we don't like what's happening, stop it. Their elected officials said, okay, we're going to stop it, and now their elected officials are getting sued.
That's why I always knew, like, oh, these people are like an extra special kind of evil. I said the word always. Well, since I was somewhere in my mid to late teens, when I started hearing them say, and it's not when they started saying it, but I heard it, we're not a democracy, we're a republic. Hey, whoa. Then why is there voting if we're not a democracy, right? And they're setting the stage for, there just shouldn't be voting.
Yep.
Yeah, there should just be, well, frankly, they actually do believe in kingship.
Yep.
Yeah, they just didn't want that king. They wanted we wanted King George Washington, right? Yeah. And then we wanted him to be followed up by our own, like, we wanted rotating times to take turn being king, essentially, which is what white men have been doing, and then Hawaiian Thunder ruined it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and I think about it, like, how soon after my teens Hawaiian Thunder was that, and that was when I heard them start saying it, like, louder and louder, and it's like, they saw it coming. They were like, wait, someone's gonna mess up our boys club.
Right, and I think that's the thing is, it's, the biggest thing with royalty is that you had to be born into it.
Yeah.
Right, where their thing is like, we should be allowed to be merchant class that can buy our way into it. But once we're in it, we should be allowed to stay. Yeah. And like, you know, they have that parallel with monarchy, and yeah.
And then close it off so it's harder and harder to be the next one. Right? There's not going to be another Hove. Ain't happen.
Right. And so Hexa alleges that the board used a different set of submission requirements than it had originally used to review the original warehouse project. The developers also accused officials of giving into public pressure because you said you were building it to be a warehouse, and it turned out you were going to turn it into an AI data center. You were the ones who lied. The projection is, what is it? Every confession is right?
Yeah. Let me hear that sentence one more time.
Hexa, that's the company building the warehouses, or wants to build the warehouses, alleges that the city board, used a different set of submission requirements than it had used to review the original warehouse project. The developers also accused officials of giving into public pressure, because y'all told them it was going to be a warehouse, not a data center.
You lied, but then also public pressure? You mean the human beings that collectively said no?
Right.
Isn't that the name of that Thomas Frank book? The people, no.
Yeah. Yeah. According to the lawsuit, officials intentionally prevented the application from being deemed complete before the new bans took effect. The complaint points to statements Mayor Greg Wolf made while the township was considering the bans. Wolf said, "Our officials will do everything in our power to stop all data centers from coming here." Let's revisit that, shall we? The mayor said, "We will do everything in our power to stop data centers from coming here." This is at the end of the article. Excuse me for a moment while I scroll back up. Hexa said they wanted a preliminary site plan to build 2 warehouses. If they're doing everything they can to ban data centers, why the fuck is that interfering with your warehouses? What are your warehouses doing?
Yeah, and what the hell do you need to warehouse when all you do is tech? Right? You need to warehouse a whole bunch of tables you're making? Poster board? What are you making? You're making the new crayons that are going to subvert Crayola out of the game? There's nothing physical. It's all digi.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it's worth noting that the Gloucester County town is the 2nd municipality that has been sued by the same developer after banning data centers. So, yeah, they're just going everywhere talking about, oh, we're just going to build warehouses. And then when the people find out that, oh my God, it's going to be data centers, ban them, they're like, and now we're going to sue. Which is, I guess, what is that quote? Usually used in a social justice context. I guess, arguably, this is social justice, but it is more of a business context to me.
Yeah.
But in the social justice context, what is it about the people in power want you to go through the appropriate channels because they know that they control the channels and you won't win?
Yeah.
And this is just screaming that to me.
And the way they're doing it, also extrapolate that out to how all of this whole shit functions. Because remember, the humans set up systems of, that's why they like to socially engineer. You're socially engineered to react like this when someone does that.
Yeah.
Right? And so what do? Oh, yeah, well, you said, we're going to make a warehouse. Haha, surprise data center. And then what does a cop do? I'm here to serve and protect. Haha, stepped in front of your car. Now you're trying to hit me. I got to shoot you now.
Yep.
It's all set up that way, just at whatever level of hierarchy it is, right? This is the level above the cop where they don't need the gun, right? These are the people the cop works for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop is their gun, if you will. Might as well roll in the Elon Musk story because it's the different but same story.
Different but same story.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting too, because even before we started recording this, I just saw a post from Governor Tim Walz, quote posting it on Blue Sky with "See you in court, creep." And yeah, let's fucking talk about this shit because
he should have said dipshit.
I fucking wish he would have.
Man, I hate that fucking Midwest performative niceness. Fucking get real. First off, a gang of y'all people are mean. I've been here for 10 years and 19 days. No, you're not all... No, stop. You're not all Miss Rachel.
It's the way that you have the days down low is killing me. It's like a fucking prison sentence.
Right, yeah, and I was looking at the little computer date counter just to be like, exactly how many, right? I know that date I got off the plane, quit goofing around, right? And really, and why I said 19 days, when someone would be like, wait, but you said it was this date, it's like, no, it's still 4 a.m. At 9:30 a.m., it will be 20 days. Okay? That's real.
So you really are counting the days like a fucking inmate. Okay.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company, XAI, is suing Minnesota over the first in the nation law banning technology that allows users to create and post deepfake videos or images of people naked without their consent. So let's just, because that was like a lot of sentence, let's just rehash what the fuck that said. Minnesota passed a law banning nudifying technology.
Yeah.
Twitter is suing them for that.
Get ready for, one of these child marriage bans is gonna actually happen, which is a wacky sentence to say, right? Because if someone is like a 14-year-old and they haven't really heard shit like this yet, that sentence is actually too much to start with. There really should be progressive politics for beginners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that sentence tells you there's child marriage, there's people trying to ban it, and they can't. right? So one of these days it is gonna happen, and they're gonna be like this, like Elon
Yeah.
Musk saying, and it's gonna be churches, of course, that
Of
run this
course.
up to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you not let us do that?
Didn't we just cover a story where basically like one of the states that had it like was about to finally ban it, and then like they decided no because a couple Republicans were like, but I know mature 16-year-olds.
Fuck, I forget which one that was, which state it was. But I actually I listened to the audio of the story. The guy in the meeting, and he was like, I know a couple that they were 12 years old, and they did something they probably weren't supposed to do, and it resulted in pregnancy, and we made them get married, and they're still together today.
Which is also like, so if you live in a type of community that makes you get married at 12, did you think divorce was a possibility ever?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
And then also, that's just a story you told. We don't know if that shit actually happened. Or if they're even still together, or if she's happy.
She's not happy. But my thing when I heard that story was like, are you sure that the 12-year-old boy was the father?
Huh.
That was my first thought, honestly.
And like at 12 years old, he's not even a fall guy in this band. He's a fallout boy.
He is a fallout boy.
Yeah.
All right. So, in a lawsuit filed filed in the U.S. District Court in Minnesota, XAILLC. It's just letters. It's not even a name.
Right. They say LGBTQIA is too much.
Argues that the law is clumsy and that it's already policing users to pinpoint bad actors. The law, which passed the legislature earlier this year with nearly unanimous support, I will point out that I did actually look up the bill. Almost unanimous support is not even close to accurate. One fucking person voted against it. One.
Huh.
Yeah, like it passed there, because obviously, Minnesota's set up sort of like the federal government, right? You have like your representatives and you have your senators, right? And that's all Congress, type thing. One fucking person voted against it.
Which, and everybody should know their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're saying that it's almost nearly unanimous support, except for that one person, is set to take effect on Saturday, which is also why they're suing now, because it's supposed to start on Monday. Under the law, the use, advertisement, and dissemination of nudification technology will be banned in Minnesota. Yeah. The law portrays an option for those portrayed in deepfake images to bring a civil lawsuit and seek damages. Companies that violate the law could face a $500,000 penalty for each unlawful use. There are exceptions within law for cases that require technical or artistic skill. In its complaint, XAI said it prohibits users from You know what? I'm reading the story. I'm not giving commentary. Let me read it, and then I will give commentary.
Yeah.
In its complaint, XAI said that it prohibits its users from creating new deepfakes without consent of the person whose likeness is being featured. No, they fucking don't, because we just saw a couple months ago that there were hundreds of thousands of non-consensual nudified images across Twitter and other platforms because people told Grok to do it. All right. Attorneys for the company say that if enacted, the law would significantly abridge Grok and Grok Imagine users' First Amendment rights, by which they mean rights to take clothes off of children.
And keep in mind, like, now run it back, especially if I'm in my 40s, if you're my age or older, every time you heard one of these people say freedom of speech, I would note that not once in my life have I ever heard a white man argue for freedom of speech because he wanted to use his actual vocal cords to say something constructive in public. It has never been that. People, white males, and I'm sure white women too, but I really heard white males yelling freedom of speech only for being an asshole.
Yeah.
That's it. It's never been like, hey, I need my freedom of speech so I can stand up and give this presentation about salamanders. I've done so much fucking research.
I mean, even in the topic of like in the area of controversial things, right? Like, I don't hear white people being like, well, okay, so I don't like what Nation of Islam is saying, but freedom of speech.
Yeah, they never did. And also comedians. I've never heard not one comedian say that their critics have a right to free speech, and I celebrate that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring a critic of mine on stage so that they can critique me to my face because they have the free speech to do that. This is America, not fucking ever.
The women who are accused of being misandrous, I don't hear them getting the benefit of that argument. Black people, I don't hear them getting it. Trans people, I don't hear them getting it. All I ever hear is people like Alex Jones. We can't kick him off Twitter because freedom of speech.
And that's why I very specifically say white males, because when I heard black people doing it, it was for NWA to perform "Fuck the Police" on stage.
And who was the 2 Live Crew?
Yep, yeah, as nasty as we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Which they're from what I've read, they're pretty gross.
They are as nasty as they want to be. Doo-doo brown. All right.
Yeah.
So the company's legal complaint said that the law should take hold this week, but it will limit services for users in the state. And their argument is that satirical images or animated family photographs or creative projects that could have been made by editing images with Grok Imagine will be affected. What the fuck are you doing with your family photographs that they're being nudified?
What the hell? That shit. And also the dog chewing on a plastic bottle.
Yes.
Oh, keep going.
Oh, yes. So, yeah. I mean, it's... the whole thing just sounds really goofy. Okay, so basically, Twitter's argument is it's going too far. It's eliminating too many things. Basically, like, you're telling us that we're not allowed to have comedy anymore. But my question is, what the fuck kind of comedy are you doing that involves making people in your family photos nude?
Which also just... Again, the language playing in your face keeps coming back. We're not allowed to have comedy anymore. Stop talking with these people. Stop arguing with them. Because you know what they're doing when they're saying that? They're joking with each other.
About you.
Yeah, while pretending to talk to you. That is the real true playing in your face. And remember, like, the hierarchy and how they actually see you. And what you think is your humanity and what they see is just some shit under their shoe. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that John Mulaney joke I hear about parents spelling words out so the kids don't know what they're saying. Like, someone's ready for BED. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what they're doing. They're talking to each other about you. It ain't about no damn comedy, and you fucking know it. Stop debating them and just defeat them. That's it.
Yeah. And the complaint includes satirical pictures of President Donald Trump in scant clothing, as well as Musk himself, to make the point that the law might criminalize more content than Minnesota lawmakers intended. Which also, like, again, that's the disingenuous, right? Because, yeah, people did put up pictures of Musk in, like, a bikini or whatever. I don't care. Because what we're actually focused on is the way that they took pictures of real children and put them in bikinis against their will. The way that users took images of real women from their like Instagram and Facebook photos and made them participate in quote unquote gangbangs digitally, obviously, right? Like, it's the like I remember I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I remember what they did to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Right? Where, like, they had the images of her just getting, with the Travis Kelce fans, basically. You know what I mean? And so, like, but they're pretending that, like, oh, but someone put a picture of Elon Musk in a bikini up. That's the same thing as someone going to your profile and taking a picture of your 8-year-old daughter and making her suck a dick.
So, like, how... Yeah, it just I keep coming back to the same damn thing. So just don't even fucking talk to them,
Yeah.
and just you know, gun for somebody. I wish I had class privilege to run for office. I think that's going to be the last thing that I keep on saying for the remaining days of podcasting, and then die one day. Is like, get me in office, and fuck it, Twitter's just banned from America.
Yeah.
It's just over. You just don't
Yeah.
get to have Twitter anymore.
You don't get to
And
have
then also, there has been some looking into it, but like, you and you as well. We've been following nerds for years that are like wacky researchers that get deep in the weeds on this shit. Like an example for me is a YouTube person that calls themselves Dead Domain. I would legit hire that person to head a research team, and we're fucking unmasking every single 4chan user. Right, and also arresting them for domestic terrorism. Every single one. Every single fucking 4chan user. Yes, that includes the 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? And we've seen the videos of the Broward County Sheriff, who I think has been the most broadcast sheriff ever. Right?
Who was that, Grady Judd?
Yeah, the one that was like hella pissed because the kids with the fucking doxing and swatting.
Oh.
And he was like, you goddamn right, we're charging this like whatever, like 11, 12-year-old as an adult. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And just like, I think the last thing worth noting, and I mean, obviously both what we've both been talking about, but the complaint from XAI says the examples are endless. Anyone with a computer and an internet connection can make humorous, scientific, artistic, satirical, or innocuous images. They're using it to use children's images, real life children, make them naked and make them like sucking dicks and getting dicks up their ass. And like, I'm sorry to say it like that because it sounds disgusting, but that's what the fuck they're doing. It's not, I'm sorry, this is humorous to you.
And also for them, here's the real humor. Phoenix Calita's tone saying it like that.
Yeah.
You being disgusted by it, that is the joke.
Remember
how
joke.
Everything they do is connected. What is conservative comedy? Conservative comedy is you, not a Republican, saying what the hell is wrong with you when they say their quote unquote joke. That's the comedy, is your reaction. Even if you're not in the room, when a conservative comedian has an all conservative audience, they're imagining how you're reacting and laughing at that. That's the funny part for them. And then also, again, the connection continues, right? We drew another one earlier as well. They said, no, they're using it for this, even though you know they're using it for that. Same thing with guns. It's just for hunting. And it's like,
right.
So you need an AR-15 for a deer? You might as well. I think that was Joe Biden that said that. Well, you might as well do some push-ups then, Jack, or whatever the fuck you said.
Yeah. And it's like, so they're using it for humor. It's not humorous when you have been at the receiving end of this, and Twitter won't take your images down of you just being gang raped, right? And they're like, oh no, but it's funny, humor, satire, right? And I'm sure that Joe Rogan is going to have a lot of opinions about this, right? Because these are his friends, and because like, oh, we can't make jokes anymore. Why is your joke a 7-year-old girl getting raped? Why is that your fucking joke?
Out of all the things you could joke about, there's a gang of shit to joke about, but they seem to only have transgender, rape, and N-word. That's all they have, which means those aren't jokes for you. That's just what you want to say.
Yeah. And so obviously I'm going to follow this. My biggest concern with this bill, honestly, is that it's going to get struck down because the implementation is going to be too difficult. Right? So like what I'm worried about is like they pass this bill, but it's the internet. The internet is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So like obviously they're talking about people viewing it in Minnesota, but like what if the website is based in Denmark? What if they have different laws? Not that Denmark would do this, but they have different laws there. What if the website is based in South Carolina? They have different laws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I don't like, that's what worries me, is it's going to get struck down that way, but I do find it to be completely appalling that Twitter is using this. And I think also, especially because I don't talk about her a lot, but like that Ashley St. Clair person, who's like
man, I only know the name.
The most recent of Elon's baby mamas.
Okay.
But since they are no longer together, she has been like trying to be sort of like a whistleblower. I mean, I kind of respect it, but I kind of don't. Like, I get that you're doing it because you're no longer like in that crowd. But they did this to her as well. And Twitter is also suing her because she tried to sue Twitter because she's Jewish. And they used Grok users used Grok to put her in a swastika bikini.
Yeah.
And all sorts of, Nazi gang rape AI images, whatnot. And she's suing them and they're like, oh, you don't actually have a right to sue us. And it's like, if that's, I'm so frustrated because it's so clear how stupid this is. And we're still fucking taking this seriously as if, like, Twitter isn't lying to us, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but they have a picture of Elon in a bikini. Oh, if you're mad about that. Okay, but also they have one of the women that Elon has a child with, like, literally making quite very degrading, specific anti-Semitic rape jokes via imagery about her. And she's not even allowed to have it taken down.
Like, you know what?
It's just, yeah.
You know how perjuring yourself is illegal? So should making an argument in bad faith.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, that should actually be wildly illegal. Bad faith should just be illegal as shit. And let's not bullshit ourselves. It's ridiculously obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bad faith is very obvious. And like, just make that shit a crime. Again, you get me in office and I'm willing to, here, let's, as we close this out, because I have to be on the clock a little bit before 5:30 a.m. Excuse me. I'm going to go a little too far for some of y'all, all right? So get ready. Get your disagreeing typing fingers in order. You get me in, another thing that would get cracked down on is people sneaking political commentary into shit that is not politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also something I didn't know that the FCC could do is fine outlets, like platforms, for airing lies, disinformation, right? Misinformation, disinformation, outright lies, which, like, you know how when you look at one of those images where it's like a bubbles that shows like these bubbles and how large they are, how much right-wing media is versus like how much left-wing media there is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could blow up the spot on that simply by cracking down on it by, so YouTube, this is the ridiculously unfair high number for not every single broadcast, not every single show, but every single individual lie that you allow to be broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, you essentially lose Republicans and tankies across the board. A lot of the tankies are less. There are some tankies that are huge. Like, oh god, yeah, there's tankies with like 2 million followers.
Oh.
But it's like a pretty white boy with curly hair.
Right.
And he presents well and doesn't say a lot of tanky shit on the main show. Right? The tanky shit's for the side show.
Right.
Right, where they're not even on video and it's him and two other tankies, like the one that the one of Indian descent that says Tiananmen Square never happened.
Sure. I mean,
yeah, the name of the program is Second Thought, and they have look it up right now on your YouTube. The name of the program is Second Thought. See how many followers they have and realize that's a tanky page.
Because also it's, oh God, I love that Second Thought, the first thing that comes up is socialism. 1.91 million followers.
Yeah, big fucking page.
Yeah.
But yeah, you crack down on that shit, and what goes away? Matt Walsh goes away. Ben Shapiro goes away.
Yeah.
And then Fox News. Fox News is gone. That just can't exist anymore. Like, you basically break that shit down, and then something else I would do. I know. Here we go. I want to go too far for some of you, right? Because then we negotiate from here. Churches. Yeah, we send out our officials in churches to see if pastors are lying to the congregation.
Yeah.
It's not a broadcast over the airwaves. Oh, I know, right? Yeah. Just saying any of that shit is real is already fucking lying. But that ends Pastor Steven Anderson. I don't know
But
if
yeah,
Hagee is still alive.
I think definitely the 501c3 status for sure.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that would be an easy one.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, you
like,
pay taxes.
Like, I think one of my big things is like, if I had the power, is that churches should have to put at least like 50% of their budget into doing like some sort of community work. Whether that's like food pantries or like handing out diapers or handing out formula or helping build houses, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like at least 50% of the income that you bring in should go back out to your community.
And consider that it is income because it is a business. That was like when I was only like less than 20 or so podcast episodes deep, way back. One of the first stories I covered was it had made news because a new person got hired to a church board, because it's not a business, but you can get hired.
Yeah.
And his thing was he actually said, this church is failing, which is interesting that a church can fail because it's not being run like a business.
Right.
Yeah. So
there
you go.
My big one was, who was the fucking, what was it, Joel Osteen?
Oh, yeah, the Texas,
Right?
was it floods?
Yeah, and like, fucking Mr. I represent the word of Christ when the floods came said, sorry, can't let you in our church to take cover because I don't know, there might be like a lawsuit or something.
Yeah.
What?
When it's really just like, that's why? Because that's his place of business, and it's closed for now. We'll open back up for what? Wednesday night prayer meeting, worship, or whatever?
I mean, my thing, though, is I fully believe him when he said that they were worried about a lawsuit, because a lawsuit is possible. But my thing is, like, your whole shtick is we don't follow the laws of man, we follow God. If you were that devout, God would protect you from a lawsuit, my nigga. If you were that if you were that devout, God would save you. God would prevent anything bad from happening that would put you into lawsuit territory. Now, if you want to argue that he wouldn't, then we need to rethink your entire fucking, what the fuck is that type of theology called that they be doing? The prosperity gospel shit.
Oh, are they those type of cats?
Oh, yeah, they're prosperity gospel.
That's fun.
Yeah, so it's like, but your whole thing is like, if you just do right, God will protect you. If you think God will protect you, either you're not doing right or you don't believe in God. Pick a fucking lane. Like...
I say, yeah, most Christians are really not actually religious. They don't really believe it, right? They're just lying. It's a fun social club and it's fun. But then there's also now that social club cult has gotten so big and forced into culture, people act weird about not also pretending and going along. Yeah, it's all bullshit and it's bad for you. That's actually George Carlin. Yeah, it's the name of one of his specials. All right, Father Muckers. Old man William does not have a farm. E-I-E-I-O, nigga. Y'all get the hell on somewhere. Go about the rest of your day. I don't know, maybe play the episode again. Maybe you're like, hey, man, I like them nipples. I know that's what you're saying. That's how you're saying it.
No, what? Who?
Oh,
Why?
yeah. The majority of people that listen to this program...
I assure you that they are not saying that.
That they're saying, I like them nickels?
Yeah, they aren't saying that.
They're saying it in that particular fashion.
Are they, though?
One of them just chuckled and said it to themselves quietly. One, which is a fair number.
Fine.
All right.
One.
Good.
Is the loneliest number that you'll
damn
ever
it.
see.
Man, that's a dope record. All right. Everyone, be as safe as possible wherever you are, I guess.